Hi everybody, this is Janet D, the PT. As a licensed physical therapist, not only do I work with clients on their exercise goals and everything, right? But I also have to teach them how to get around to live life on their terms, okay? So that includes getting outside of the house to go experience exciting things, okay? So today, on this beautiful day, I'm going to show you how to get in and out of a car safely if you were an older person, okay? So there's a couple prep things before we get going with the transfer. Is making sure that the window is rolled down on the car, right? And if your family member needs a little extra help, you can use a paint roller, an empty paint roller, or a belt to help them through this process. The important thing about a car transfer is to let your older family member kind of lead with their movements, and instead you use your words to help them with the process. Because if you throw yourself in there, guess what? You're throwing them off, and it's just going to be more frustrating on both counts, right? Okay, so let's do a successful car transfer. Okay, let's go. So we're coming up upon the car, and if you had a walker, you would still have the walker coming up to the car. Okay? Now, the family member can take the walker and put it in the car. The person going in is going to have a hand on the door or the car, okay? So you see my hands on the car, my hands on the door. So the important thing is that these are very sturdy parts of the car, and that's really what's going to help them out, okay? So if they have trouble turning, it's going to be slow and small steps, okay? And a lot of rocking, because when you rock, you can help with the turn. So now I got both hands on the car as I'm rocking to try to line up my butt for that chair. So now that I'm perpendicular to the chair, this is where that empty paint rod, or they do have a car transfer handle, and I will go ahead and include the link on the video, okay? So if your family member needs something to hold on to here, they're going to widen their feet apart, and they're going to go and sit down butt first into the car, okay? Then again, with the rocking, you want them to scoot their butt in. Okay, if they're short like me, they could use the handle at the top of the door in order to help them rock their butt back. Okay, so now our butt's in. That's the most important thing, because that's the heaviest. Now we got to bring our legs into the car. So you can take, again, slow and small movements, okay, to bring those legs in. Okay, now if your family member has trouble putting their legs in, okay, let's say their left leg is big and swollen. If you have a belt, okay, you're going to lift the leg up and in into the car, okay? And just make sure that their butt is all the way back, so then that way they have great posture in the car. So what do we do when we're getting out of the car? Guess what? It's the reverse of the way we came in, okay? So it's about moving the legs up and over, okay, watching where their hands are. It's going to take them a little bit of time to find what's comfortable of where to put their hands, okay? Give them that time. Give them the time, okay? All right, so we got my legs, so my body is perpendicular to the chair. And now we got to get up, right? Getting our hands, so reaching forward is great, because by reaching forward, naturally our butt weight, the weight where most of our body is in the tush, right? So we got to be able to reach forward in order to get that butt closer and out of the chair. Okay, so hand on the door, hand on the frame of the car, and allow themselves to again rock, to push themselves up to stand. Okay, this is so important to let them move on their own. If you toss an arm in there or you're trying to yank them up, oh my gosh, you're making it more complicated than what it really needs to be. Okay, so if you really enjoyed this video, go ahead, press like, share, subscribe, tell your friends and neighbors. Janet D, the PT.